under the radar coin, if you will. The sleeper.
The sleeper head.
Wow. I have 150 left in the entire edition.
Oh, wow.
So we've basically sold 900 coins. I've got, well, doesn't, that's why you do certified coins. They're making a run for it.
Yeah.
Because now these coins are still mint state 70. That's the key to this, okay? Because they are certified, no damage done to the coin.
No.
Now keep in mind, if you ever do something like that and let's say break the holder, you send it in, they'll reholder it for you.
Oh, that's
cool. They'll absolutely reholder it.
Very nice. So we have sold far more than we have remaining.
Yes.
Far more. A little more than 100 of these remaining. And trust me when I tell you, because people watch Mike online after the fact, there's no way you're gonna see that on the air again, certainly not in prime time. So now this was something that, Mike, you did a little bit earlier today.
I had a Morgan 1921 PD&S. Okay. A PD&S Morgan for $179.
Right.
For $179. Instead, I went to a 2-coin set on this. We'll get to that here in just a second.
Okay.
And I did the 21 Morgan and the 22-piece dollar. Check out these coins. They are spectacular,
very cool,
brilliant, uncirculated. $50 off, $99.95 for the pair.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to explain to you why this coin, and then the following year, this coin, you need to buy them now. So we're going to, are we going to do this right now? We'll get to that here. We're not quite there.
So that's a little teaser.
Okay.
By the way, welcome into HSN. If you're just joining us, the King of Coins is here, Mike Mizak. And I got to tell you, it's always a treat to have Mike on the air because, of course, we learn a lot. But he does things in the world of coin collecting differently than anybody else. I do want to point out, though, even if you're shopping with coins for the first time, everything, including everything that we're sharing from Mike tonight, has free shipping. I've known Mike for over 2 decades. He's been here for over 2 decades. He's been doing this for several decades. I've never had a show where everything in the show has not only the 30-day return policy, but free shipping. Gonna kick things off. Oh, wow. What are you kicking things off with?
Well, we had to do some Mint State American Silver Eagles.
Yeah.
And I have to do a special price on it. The Mint State, because we sold out the today's special. We had our New Year's Eve edition flag core.
Right.
If you remember, because we sell that one day and one day only.
And that was gone.
That's gone. So, you know, that thing's gone.
Yep.
So the Mint State Eagle. So once again, they're changing the design of the American Silver Eagle in 2021. It is news that people are just losing their minds over, as they should. It's that important.
Right.
I mean, this is going to be one of the great years of American coinage. I think absolutely spectacular.
Right.
If there's going to be a better year, it might be 2021.
Right.
But I already know kind of what they're doing in 2020. So we've got amazing stuff.
So just to backtrack for a moment, if you weren't watching last hour, if we didn't see you on New Year's Eve, so this design, end of an era.
End of an era. 2021, the United States Mint is changing the design of this coin.
Okay.
For the first time since President Ronald Reagan signed the Liberty Coin Act into law in 1985. So here's what we got. So the HSN price of the Annex edition, first day of issue of this, we sold $12,299. That was the today's special. The HSN price, $119.95, same price as this.
Yeah.
I did a sale price on this at $99. Now remember, this is once again my exclusive flag core. You can't buy this anywhere else. Mint State 70, and here's the key. Look at this early release. I alluded to this in the last coin. I firmly believe that we're going to get into allocation on this coin. And by that I mean, the Mint State American Eagle, you cannot buy directly from the United States government. Okay, you cannot buy directly.
Okay.
They only sell through a system of what are called authorized purchasers. Okay. And there's, I think, only 13 of them in the world, 12 or 13. We deal with all of them off and on, but there's 5 or 6 that we deal with every day. And so what happens is even I have to call them and say, okay, hey, you know, Sid, I need 50,000 coins. I need 100,000 coins. I need 120,000 coins. And they go, okay, we lock in the price, and as soon as they're available, they load them up into a big, you know, armored car and send them, send them actually to NGC or Annex, depending on where they're going. I'm afraid, because they sell to not only me, they sell to everybody, because they sell the couple million coins that come out right at the first. But what happens is because the demand on this is unlike any Silver Eagle that I have ever seen in all the years since I've been selling this, 1986. Yeah. I've been selling it since the very beginning. I think, and the government's already, they stopped making these in about November. They already moved on. Now, they'll make them throughout the year, but those coins that will qualify for what's called early release, those must be at NGC in the first 30 days. I think that those coins are, in essence, spoken for. I think we may get into an allocation standpoint on those. I don't know for sure. There's been no announcement of that, but if that's the case, I hope it's not. I hope I have enough coins. So for us to be able to come out with this, so we have the perfect coin, we have the exclusive core that you're doing right here, we have perfect Mint State 70. We have early release. I've got all of that stuff, and I put it on sale, $20 off, and I did free shipping and handling. So if you remember on the TS Day, we had all kinds of coins, dozens and dozens and dozens of different coins. There was one coin with free shipping and handling. It was the Today's Special. That was it. Today, they're all free shipping and handling, but today.
Right.
But today, and that's key, but today.
For this show, so the next time you see Mike doesn't have a set of shows for a couple of weeks, there will not be free shipping on everything. In fact, we could make the argument, I almost never see free shipping on any singular coin from Mike unless it is a Today's Special, which we wait for that once a year. So I think that's part of the reason that, especially with this historic moment in coin collecting, free shipping adds up, because normally it's $7, $8. A lot of people are buying more than one coin. We're honoring FlexPay. Now, that's also something that we don't ordinarily do. To be honest, especially in this price point, I mean, come on, it's only $99. I mean, it's an adjusted price as it is.
We have coins that we sell for $10,000 with no FlexPay.
With no FlexPay. None.
But, you know, so at $99 to get a coin at $99 for FlexPay, we seriously want to put this in your collection.
We do.
And
but that's why people are getting more, well, for a lot of reasons, but they're getting more than one when you can do, I mean, think about it. You could do 3 of these coins, spend basically what you would be authorized to buy one for, even if you were shopping here at HSN, get them all delivered to your door, interest-free payments, money-back guarantee, free shipping on every single one. Why not?
Yeah, and you have the fact that it's Mint State 70. Now, let me explain to you what that means. You'll say, what is this MS70 thing? Because I think we have a lot of people shopping that aren't traditional, perhaps traditional coin purchasers. In coin collecting, as in any collecting, the single most important determining factor of value is what? It's condition. The higher the grade, the more it's worth, period. In coin collecting, we grade on a 70-point scale, not 100 points. So there's no Mint State 100 or Mint State 71 or 70. 70 is perfect. Let me explain to you the difference. 1986 American Silver Eagle. In Mint State 69, that coin I'd say for about $99, roughly. Okay. In Mint State 70, I'm like $500. Wow. The difference is grade, the higher the grade. 1996, for instance. So in 1996 American Silver Eagle, in Mint State 69, I'd sell it to you for about $99. In Mint State 70, I'll sell it to you for about $8 grand. Okay, grade matters. This coin is certified perfect. Now you have the additional designation of value of early release. The fact that this coin has been certified within that, basically that first 30 days that has been released from the government. We don't charge any extra for that. Nope. It's just an additional designator of value. Now add in the fact that I have got my exclusive label and exclusive core. Yeah. The core is the key on this, that I've got my exclusive core. I'm the only person you can buy flag core from, period. Nobody else can sell you flag core in any way, shape, or form. So I'm going to give you the opportunity to do that. And then, kind of in honor of all of the Mint State Eagles, we took $20 off. And by the by, the United States government has done us a solid, and collectors a solid, if you will, simply by virtue of the fact that they've decided they're going to end the original series of the American Silver Eagle. And in 2021, they will be changing the design of the American Silver Eagle. We don't know what it's going to be, but we know that this will be completely and totally and utterly redesigned in 2021. They're also going to do some minor changes to the obverse. They're going to keep kind of the idea of the design, but they're going to do some of those anti-counterfeiting things like we saw on the Canadian maple leaf within that. So they may have some swirls or some privy marks. They're already experimenting with privy marks on the innovation dollars. Privy marks is like, they take this and then stamp a little tiny baby eagle right in here to you know, something that has some other counterfeiting things in there. So when you look at it, you know that it's particularly difficult to counterfeit. So they're doing that. We're giving you the 20% off. We're doing it in the flag core. We've done everything with the flex pay and the free shipping to make sure, okay, you can participate in one of the great changes in American numismatic history. Look, it's not like they took the coin that nobody cares about and changed. They changed the most popularly collected, purchased, made, and manufactured silver coin in the world today, the American Silver Eagle, and they're changing it from the ground up.
I mean, that's exciting when you think about it. I mean, it really is. I mean, I got to see a solar eclipse a couple of years ago.
And now you get to...
I get to see it again.
Like I said, I've been doing this since I was a 12-year-old paper boy, basically throwing papers so that I could go to the coin club every third Wednesday of the month and buy silver dollars for, at the time, $1.25.
Right.
They had a 25 cent premium on those. So I've been doing this for that long. You know how many times they've changed the American Silver Eagle in my life since I was 12, or in my life, period? Zero.
Right.
First time.
Right. First time.
First time.
And won't be done again for decades.
A minimum of 25 years.
Minimum of
25 years.
So an analogy for me, I already said I'm a sci-fi nut. Last Star Wars film, they're gonna make more Star Wars. But you know what I mean?
They can't not.
But they can't not.
I mean, we're hoping anyway.
Right. But even people were up in arms over, you know, this is it. This is it. The end of a decade, the end of an era.
You know, and I keep forgetting that because, you know, I get all kind of tied up in the coin part of it. This end of a decade, that's a big deal. That's right. This you know, kind of the numerology part of that. Right. There's some kind of, there's a collecting comfort in that 2020.
Oh, for sure.
You know, so what are the other ones you're going to collect? 1919. Yeah. Okay, that's a tough year. I mean, you know, pennies are thousands of dollars. 1818, good luck with that.
Good luck.
Okay, 1717, you got to go overseas for that because we didn't have U.S. coins then. So for U.S. coins, you're looking at 1919 and 2020.
And how much?
Well, I mean, you know, who knows? You know, the 1818 coins, hundreds of thousands of dollars. The 1919 coins, thousands of. You can do the 2020 though. Right. Okay, at $99.95 on our.
Yeah, I mean, come on. See, so I mentioned those kind of analogies because to put it in perspective globally, people, when Superman died, I have that issue. I'm a comic book collector. It was a big deal in the comic book world. Seriously, when they changed the design, when Iron Man died. I mean, it's just all of the things you think just globally in a collecting world. So from a coin collector standpoint, yeah, this is big. But the fact that it's also the end of an era, the end of a decade, the end of this price, when this run is done, it is done, my friends, and only show with free shipping. You get it for $33.32 on your credit card. No interest, you don't worry about that. The 30-day return policy, it is what it is. It's interesting because Adam is coming up with the Ring Today special. We'll do other Ring Today specials. I mean, it's a great Today special today because that price ends at midnight.
I got one, or two as the case may be.
But this is it. This is it. This design will not exist as we see it in this package, especially for this
because
price.
You know what? We don't control the manufacturing of the coins.
Right.
They don't let us make our own.
Surprisingly.
Yeah, surprisingly enough, I can't make my own.
Right.
And nor would I. Like I said, as I've said in the past, I don't think I would rock that orange jumpsuit. You know what I'm saying? Orange just really isn't my color when it comes to that. So I'll live with what the government allows me to do. And in this, they allow me, okay, to be able to do this one last time. So thank you very much for that. We've got, as you can see how fast those are going, we have literally hundreds of folks on the phone. So let me go in this last 30 seconds or so. American Silver Eagle. For the first time in history, first time in my life, they are changing the design. The reverse will be totally redesigned in 2021. They're going to do slight redesigns here. This core that you see right here, 100% exclusive to me right here, the flag core NGC. Absolutely perfect. And like I said, of critical importance is the early release. It's out of the first 30 days. Absolutely key with that. $20 off. And I cannot emphasize enough the free shipping.
And we are not limiting quantities. I know that sounds kind of crazy to say that, but this is the kind of thing where we probably could or should, but we don't do that, so just use that information for what you will. Oh, this can be like a quick little 2-minute hit here?
Yeah. Well, what we have is, you know, we had our today's special, and one of the things that made it great is we had the grading certificate for Annex that we do one time per year. It's the only place that you can get grading certificates with one exception. You can do, we also have first day of issue exclusive ICG as well.
Right.
I give you a grading certificate for ICG until sellout on this. The TS Annex is only one day. For the ICG, I give it until the sellout of this. It is the only way you can get 4 free coins graded from ICG. This is a $76 value, $24.95 for the Red Oak presentation box. You have $101 in bonuses here on an $89 ICG coin, 3,020 in the limited edition, 3,020 in the limited edition. This is a quick 1-minute opportunity. I think I got about 1,500 or so of these to go around that are left that you can get the grading certificate, Red Oak presentation box, only $89. Still the same thing. Mint State 70, still the Mint State 70. First day of issue, 100% exclusive to us. Put that all in at $89.95. I want to show you, like I said, you get the grading certificate for this. So you get the 4 coins, $76 value here, $24.95, $101 in bonuses. The Annex sold 12,000 just like that. I have the ICG at $89.95 and free shipping on that today,
so it's kind of like get the bonuses, get the coin free.
Wow.
Buy the bonuses, get the coin free. I mean, crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy talk, Mike Mazak.
That's crazy talk. Hang on.
When I said Mike does things in the world of coin collecting no one else does. Hey, if you are channel surfing, welcome in. Mike Mazak is here. He truly is our king of coins. And I know you're learning a lot when you watch Mike, but please remember, this is it's the only show I've ever had with Mike in over 20 years where everything's on free shipping. Those all disappear at midnight. And speaking of disappearing, now before we even give a presentation, what, over 100?
I mentioned this.
Right.
100 gone. Okay, so $50 off on silver, which has been absolutely on fire. By the way, these are original. These are not reprinted, restruck, or redone in any way. So this is a 1921 Morgan silver dollar, a 1922 piece dollar in uncirculated condition for less than $50 a piece. So let me discuss this. So this is where it's going to be. You got to pay attention. You got to get in, and you got to get multiples. I took one of these out of the holder. Okay. Look at that coin. It looks like it was made yesterday. Isn't that spectacular? This coin is 100 years old, folks. This coin is 100 years old. Now, I go to the nationally advertised catalog. They sell this coin for $113.
Oh, do they really?
Remember, I'm insisting you take both for $99.
Oh my gosh.
Now they have the 1922 piece dollar, and I took some out of the holders here. There's the 1922 piece dollar as well. Now they sell that legitimately for only $99 for that. Okay, so I mean, look at that. There's the 1922 piece dollar. Once again, brilliant uncirculated condition, solid silver, almost 2 ounces of pure silver in here as well. I think it's spectacular. So I want to talk about this and why it's so critically important. I've sold these for 30 years, 40 years, whatever it is. I've been selling the Morgan silver dollar. This is a particularly incredibly important year for the Morgan silver dollar, and soon to be for the piece silver dollar. Notice it's the last year of issue of the Morgan silver dollar, 1921. So next year in 2021, it's 100 years old today. It'll be the 100th anniversary next year.
Oh, sure.
The United States Mint has already announced some of the things it's going to do. They are going to reissue the Morgan silver dollar.
Oh, no kidding.
With a 2021 date. Remember like they did with the coins with the Mercury dime and the Standing Liberty quarter and the Walking Liberty half dollar where they did all the gold versions of that? They're going to do the gold version of the Morgan silver dollar. That will be absolutely, positively insane. Based on that, coin dealers, including myself, have already started hoarding buying 1921 Morgan silver dollars, because they are going to, I mean, the demand for those things next year are going to be absolutely positively crazy. I think they're going to do them in gold. They might do them in platinum. They might do them in palladium. Who even knows what they're going to do? And you're getting that coin now in brilliant uncirculated for $49.95.
Are you kidding me?
Okay, so I mean, I got these in, and these are out of my private collection, if you will, because we've been literally putting these away for a year and a half or so now. So we wanted to give everybody the opportunity. That's one of the reasons I can do the sale price. Silver's gone up fairly substantially in the last 3 or 4 months. I bought these coins as much as a year ago when silver was significantly lower, so I can still offer that. That's why we took $50 off the price. Now, in 2022, we're going to have the same exact thing, I think, with the peace dollar. Now, the first year, the peace dollar, which was a commemorative year, was 1921 as well. Oh, okay. Who knows what they're going to do with the peace dollar? Sure. They've always said they were going to do something with the Morgan silver dollar. They haven't announced the peace dollar, but the peace dollar could absolutely, positively follow suit. I don't think there's any doubt about that. What is happening here is we have a tremendous, incredible number of people on the phone for this, because we have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds online. We started with, what, 1,500? At the end of the day, we've probably already sold 500 with the people on the phone. So when you look at that clock, you know, understand what this is. So people always ask me, so where do you get these? These are obviously commemoratives. They're not real. No, this is the real deal. This is a 100-year-old original, brilliant uncirculated Morgan silver dollar for $49.99. Oh, this is a 99-year-old 1922 uncirculated peace dollar for $49.99. Nationally advertised catalog, $212. $212 for this pair. Now, that's $212, and they're likely to send them to you in a sandwich bag.
I was just going to ask.
Okay. Now, we're going to give you the nice little box right here, and you go, well, it's kind of a cardboardy kind of box, but we've done a nice design on this. We sell these all day long for like $7.95. Sure. Yeah. The holders themselves are like $1 a piece for these, as you see right here. These are airtight holders is what we call them. They're made with special inert plastic, so it doesn't interact. Because if you buy your coins and put them in the wrong plastic holder, the plastic, if it has PVC in it, polyvinyl chloride, will interact with the coin and put like a green slime on the coin. It will destroy coins if you don't buy the correct holder. We make sure that it comes to you, it's ready to be presented and collected and preserved and conserved all at one time. Now, when I said we sold 500, I was counting the 500-ish people we have on the phone right now, so we can only, it's one, because here's the thing. With coins, I mean, you know, our average price is about $300 or $400 or $500 or $600. I mean, coins are expensive things.
It's money.
At $99.95, this is so approachable and so affordable with the $50 off. Keep in mind, these are silver. These are silver. Do you understand that? So these are 100%. This is almost 2 ounces of pure silver.
The melt value, for crying out loud.
It wasn't that long ago these melted for $99. Well, I was going to say, forget the numismatic value, forget the 100 years old, forget all of that stuff. Just the silver was that much money. Now you can see people are buying them absolutely 2 at a time, 3 at a time, 4 at a time, 5 at a time. And understand, I started with a very nice quantity. Yeah. I bought a lot of these coins, but given the fact with how many people are on the phone and how they're purchasing them, multiples. You have to understand. So here's what's happening. So if you're out there and you're going, okay, this is an opportunity. These are the coins. These are the coins that if you go out there to try to buy willy-nilly on the internet, these are the coins you have to worry about.
Yeah, you're right.
These are the coins that you have to buy from a reputable source. 100%. Because these are the coins, so here's the deal. They'll counterfeit these coins, particularly in China, and they'll make them in silver.
Okay.
They'll give you the silver.
All right.
What they're stealing is the numismatic value. What they're stealing is the numismatic value, which is considerable. If you look at the nationally advertised catalog, the numismatic value of these coins from the catalog standpoint is $165, okay? The silver value is about 40.
Right.
Okay? So they'll give you the 40 and steal from this 170. And I'm not saying these guys will sell you authentic coins as well, this particular.
Right.
So remember when I told you I was a little 12-year-old paper boy?
Yeah.
Okay, I bought from these people.
Oh, no kidding.
Oh, yeah, when I was 12.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So I know that sounds like a lot, 960, 958, but we have literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people.
To put this in perspective, we have almost as many people calling or shopping in the various forms of ordering as we do have quantity left. Now, the caveat to that is those of you who are shopping close to the number of quantity that we have left are not buying one, they're buying two, they're buying three. Some people are buying 4 or 5. So the problem being, yeah, the quantity left is interesting to see, but you got to remember, we could almost consider this gone if we factor into how people
but they could be buying some of the other coins, so we want to get a little bit closer.
Sure. Okay.
We want to bet it. And look, I'll bring these back at $149.
Right.
You know, so if you don't, if you got the 50 bucks to throw away, I mean, that's good on you. You can wait. But if you don't, you know, you really need to take advantage of it. HSN.com, great place to go with this.
For sure.
We will keep you updated on this. I know it says 900 left, but with the number of people we have on the phone, that may well be it.
All right, so I would definitely recommend that you do that. I can't encourage you enough, because I know we process a lot of information from Mike, but no kidding, with almost as many people calling as we do have quantity remaining, we are honoring the free shipping now, we are honoring the sale price now, we are honoring the flex pay now.
I forgot about the free shipping.
And I think that's also a nice incentive, though, just because people are definitely buying more than one. I mean, hey, it all adds up. I mean, it all adds up. So definitely do it now if you can. So only about a half an hour left with Mike. He is our king of coins. He's been doing this better and really sets the standard in the coin collecting world. That's why I know a lot of you learn from him. And now here's another one. It's not for everybody, right?
But you know who you are.
But you know who you are. Exactly.
You know who you are.
But you know who you are.
Okay, so I have 24 sets. And in all honesty, that's a pretty... I have 13.
Well, there you go.
Okay, we already sold 11.
But who's counting?
We already sold 11, just not for nothing. Because, and we normally do about 18 or 20 sets, but this is the last year that they're doing the reverse on this American Silver Eagle, or Gold Eagle. They're changing the Gold Eagle too. They're doing the Silver Eagle. They're changing the Gold Eagle as well, folks. And the cool thing about the gold, so you get the $5, the $10, the $25, and the $50. Keep in mind, this is the only United States coin that they make that you can buy, in essence, denominationally every single year. When they do commemoratives, they do the $5 gold, the $1, and the 50-cent coin. But those are, you know, kind of sold intermittent. This has been sold every year like this since 1986, basically. They sell it denominationally every single year. It's the only way to do that. The Buffalo gold coin is only the 50. The platinum coin's only the $100 version. The palladium coin's only the $100 version. But this one, every single year, you can buy the 5, you can buy the 10, you can buy the 25, or you can buy the 50. Or you can buy the complete set at a discount to our individual pricing. I think you save about $400 or $500 if you buy it as the 4-coin set. We give you the great presentation box there. I think that's about $49.95, something like that. I have 13 of these. I had one other airing, so I sold 11 in the other airing. So in this airing right here, we are quite likely to sell the final 13 pieces in the final year of issue, because like I said, they're changing the design in 2021. By the way, this is an ounce of gold. This is a half an ounce of gold right on down the line that you're going to have right there. So nearly 2 ounces of gold within this as well. Gold, by the way, I think Friday was up $50. Whew. So this coin, the gold value of this set went up about $100 Friday.
Oh, man.
Yesterday. So one of the really neat things that they've done, okay, they're changing the design on the Silver Eagle and the Gold Eagle. We know that. The Silver Eagle we're not sure of. We know it has to have an eagle on it. Okay, that's by law. The American Gold Eagle has a very interesting part of its legislation. Not only must it have an eagle on the reverse, it must be a family of eagles. So Well, you can, Miss Miley Busick designed this, okay, in 1986. It's a male eagle coming into a female eagle with her fledglings that you can see right there. So they have to redesign it, but it has to be a family of eagles. I don't know how they're going to do that. They may well do a bunch of eagles in flight, for instance. I don't quite know what they're going to do. And it's not just 2 eagles. It has to be a family of eagles. Wow. So it has to be distinctively a family. So we have a family-oriented gold coin, if you will, here. Excuse me. That's of critical importance after 18 hours of coin shows in the last 4 days. My voice is getting a little rough.
But you still look good.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Yeah, it gets a little rough. But like I said, and I get really excited, and like you said, Shannon, look, $54.99.95, not for everybody. Right. I get that. You know, it's a lot of money. Sure. I mean, you know, I don't have this set, okay, you know. But for those of you that have been collecting this, and here's the crazy part. There's, you know, we've got a handful or a couple handfuls of people that have collected this every single solitary year I have offered it here for the last 20 years, basically. Right. So that's why they always go, this always sells out. Now add in the fact, final year, they're changing the design of the American Gold Eagle in 2021. So this is the last contiguous year that they're going to be able to do this. 24 in the limited edition match numbered set. When we started the presentation, I had 13 remaining, so a baker's dozen that you're going to have in that. I think it's incredible, almost 2 ounces of gold. Gold has been going absolutely to the moon. I priced this about a month ago. Since I priced this, the gold value of this set's probably up $200 or $300.
Isn't that wild?
Since I originally priced this, if I would have waited and bought the gold for this today, I'd be like about $59.99.95, something like that, $57.95. So great opportunity for you to get this at kind of the old gold price. Look, I don't know where gold, I don't know if it's going up, down, sideways, backwards. I have no idea.
But it's gold.
I'm not clairvoyant. It's gold.
But it's gold.
That's right. There's always that backdrop of value of nearly 2 ounces of pure gold in this. But then you have the numismatic value, the limited edition, the red oak presentation box. Put all those things together, and I think you've got a tremendous collectible opportunity right here in its final year of issue with the government announcing that they're doing a complete design change in 2021.
But, you know, and I think it's clear, especially because Mike sold, you know, basically more than half the quantity, you know, with virtually no airtime. And I think that's because a lot of people collect the gold sets in particular, or especially from you, let alone when we see the signaling of an end of an era. And the fact that you get that now, there are 12 flex pays if you have an HSN card, which is kind of interesting to even say that, in which case you're looking at a little over $458 and change, 30-day return policy.
Free shipping and handling.
Free shipping.
Understand, on this coin, because of the insurance, everything, that's about $55 in shipping and handling, because you have to insure that.
Oh yeah, that's true. I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, the handful that we have are for this show. And remember, for the duration of this next 30 minutes, that's the last look at anything with that free shipping, flex pays, first looks, last looks, and so much more. So stick around, more with the King Coins.
My singular goal is to improve the quality of people's lives. Everything we do is intended to be unlike any other company of our kind. We just make exceptional vitamins so you could have exceptional health. It's not important that you get the products I'm offering, but it's very important that you get the information I'm sharing, because information is the key to being a healthy person.
Never run out of the things you love with auto ship at HSN. Receive your favorite items with automatic deliveries and easily customize your shipping preferences. Plus, auto ship locks in your order price while enrolled. It's the smartest way to get more of a good thing. Search auto ship on hsn.com.
Don't miss a thing with the HSN app. Turn on notifications for updates on items you favorite, from price drops, limited supply, and more. Go to your phone's settings, then notifications, find HSN, and turn on notifications. Download the app today.
I love FlexPay.
FlexPay is a way to pay off your purchase in small increments.
I get to make monthly payments on it, but I have the item at home with me.
That's probably my #1 reason for shopping at HSN.
To break it up and have a monthly payment that's usually so low.
It gives you lots of opportunities to really make purchases that you might not be able to make otherwise.
It just makes it accessible for everyone.
Much better than throwing it on a credit card at a brick and mortar store.
I'm Samantha Brown, and did you know that simply planning travel gives you that same happy feeling as traveling itself? So if you start to plan travel in January and February, it's a huge mental boost.
All right, you're watching HSN. King of Coins is here. Last show with free shipping on all coins. Last show that's only good until 12 midnight. Mike Mizak is here. We've got a couple of great opportunities to round out this hour, and I promise you're going to learn something. So you got some splaining to do, mister.
This is... I'm tired of looking at it. I'm tired of looking at it.
Well, there you go.
I know that sounds kind of weird, but the United States government has been making proof sets since 1936. A proof set is a really special coin in essence, struck as a presentation coin by the United States Mint. It comes out in special annual proof sets put out by the United States government. Now, these older vintage proof sets, oftentimes there's problems with those, with the coins. The set, the plastic is cracked, or the pennies, there's something wrong with the penny, or we need them for the nickels or whatever it is. So when we break them open, I get these proof coins that we put away. And we go through literally thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of these proof sets. And I end up with all of these extra coins. This particular batch is like 70s and 80s, okay? Like early 70s to early 80s. And if there's any way, I don't know, that's kind of a hard look. I don't know if we can get kind of an overhead look at this right here. That'd be kind of cool if we could do that. I've never really tried that before. I'll tilt it towards you so that you can see that right there. Those are the proof coins. I'll show you one of them right there. And so you get 20 proof Kennedy half dollars from the 70s and 80s. There'll be some bicentennials in there. There'll be all those for basically $3 a coin, folks. For basically $3 a coin. Now, if I go into the nationally advertised catalog and look in that, I mean, about the cheapest one I can find is probably $6, $7, $8 at the lowest price. So you're looking at $150, $200 is what it's going to be for 20 of these coins, and you're going to be, like I said, about $3. That's a great look because you can just see just how incredible that mirror finish is going to be. Now, obviously, when I'm selling those, there we go. Wow, how good is that? And so you can see, look at that. That's a mirror field on a 1977 proof Kennedy half dollar. Those are just truly amazing. I'm going to do that and hopefully not spill the whole thing on the floor. That's 50-50 at this point, is what it comes down to. And so when I look at these, if you go out there and I take a look at the Kennedy half dollars in the 70s, in the proof coins right here, I'm looking at the 70s. I mean, all of these coins are $6 to $9 a piece. The 82s and 3s are like $25 with this. So I've only got 340 rolls. Now understand that account, that's $6,000 6,000 coins, folks. Do you realize how many proof sets I had to break open to do this? These things are flying out of here. It is a one-time opportunity. It took me literally years to put these together to be able to have enough of these that have been individually handled and curated and conserved and then put into this, like I said, this $50 roll that you have right here. You have all from the San Francisco Mint, Kennedy $50 in proof that you're going to have right there.
That's very cool.
Isn't that cool? $69.95 for 20 coins.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, for 20 coins. I mean, it's $10 face value, folks. I mean, to really put that into perspective. So for each one of these,
Lord,
we had to break open 20 proof sets. We had to break open 20 proof sets. The lowest price we sell 20 proof sets for is like, I think $299, $399, $499.
That's insane.
And the most popular coin in there is the Kennedy $50. So that you're doing it. And I'm going to say a lot of them have bicentennials in them. You know, I don't know what's in them. We just kind of pack them up. I mean, the bicentennials are,
so cool.
Yeah, the bicentennials are, 1070. You know, I was looking at the wrong column. I was looking at uncirculated coins. I said they were $6, $7, $8. I'm sorry, I lied. They're more like $8 to $12 a piece.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, I was wrong with that.
Wow.
Yeah, the 70s, 71, 72, 73. You see all theirs. These are between about 70 and 80. The lowest price in there is about $7, so $140. The highest price in there is about $13, so $260. So these are worth somewhere between $140 and $260. You get them for $69.95. Now, here's the thing. Remember, as that clicks down, every one of the clicks of that counter is 20 proof sets.
Oh, man.
So when you look at this, so I'm going to sell we had 450 of these. So like I said, literally about 5 years. So that's like 8,000 proof sets.
That's insane.
8,000 proof sets, I would need a forklift to move.
You would.
It would be like 3 pallets of proof sets that we would have over there that we have opened up over the years. We said, okay, the nickel's ruined or the penny's ruined, or I needed the penny for a set, or I needed the quarter, or for some of the 70s stuff, I needed the Eisenhower dollars for some of that. So we had the coins that are left that you're going to have here, and over years and years and years, I put together like 8,000 of these coins.
I love it.
But they're gone. I mean, I'm literally going to sell 6,000 proof
please.
Kennedy $50 in like 2 minutes. Please look at that clock. 20 seconds. Please get on the phone. Please, please understand this is your one opportunity to do that.
One and done. And it's the only time that it's ever going to be on that free shipping and that flex pay of $23.32. And there are a lot of us out there. If you get it, a lot of us are getting more than one. But we will be calling this sold out. I can promise you.
That's how fast I can count backwards.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Oh, 6 minutes away from what?
This is, remember we did NGC?
Yeah.
We've done everything else. I'm kicking it off with my exclusive PCGS Mint State 70, and I have the green core. I've got the green core PCGS, once again exclusive to me, first strike. Only $99.95. We sold thousands of the Annex, tens of thousands of the Annex, thousands and thousands and thousands of the NGCs. It's the first PCGS that I'm making, we're making an offer on, and that's coming up in about 6 minutes.
Has that been in any shows? Or
no.
Oh, wow.
So we saved, we sold out a bunch of stuff when we worked together on New Year's Eve day, so we saved a couple things for this show.
I like it. All right, so that's just right around the corner. Remember, this is the last show where everything is free shipping. Everything has that 30-day return policy. Oh, are they gone? They're gone.
Not as much, yeah. 6,000. There's 5 years of work gone in 6 minutes.
Yeah, there you go. Time well spent,
There
Mike.
you go.
Time well spent.
Look what I've done.
Exactly. All right. Very popular on hsn.com, the Silver Panda coin. Another great free shipping and $39.98. Why do you like this little guy?
Well, I mean, the second most popular silver coin in the world.
Okay.
After the U.S. Silver Eagle is the Panda.
Oh, is it really?
And actually, the Panda's been around longer than the American Silver Eagle, first made in 1982.
Oh, no kidding.
And the Panda's been around forever. One of the cool things about the Panda, unlike the American Silver Eagle, is they change the design every year.
Oh, okay.
So this is new for 2020. Now here's the thing. So I have 389. We usually do significantly more than that.
Okay.
And we usually do it at $99 or $89, but we can't because of kind of the new world that's out there with tariffs are part of silver coins.
True.
The other issue for that is not only is it hard to get in the United States, but because of what's, you know, the economy in Asia and the Far East, which has been relatively booming, they just never make it here.
Yeah.
They're popular there.
Right.
Why ship them halfway around the world when you can sell them in your backyard? Is ultimately what it comes down to. So the Chinese panda, very, very, very popular. And one of the big reasons is, like I said, they change the design every single solitary year. Now this looks like a kind of this is the first I've seen it. A playful baby panda is what it looks like to me. Isn't that great? They had a little family of pandas climbing around last year. So this is the brand new panda, certified Mint State 70. 389 is all that I have. Once we sell that out. This has been very, very popular on hsn.com as well, you can imagine. Red Oak presentation box, of course. That's our best HSN price, 100. Now, actually, it's the same exact HSN price as the Annex coin and the NGC coin. We just had those on sale. I just unfortunately can't put this one on sale. I have only the 389, and these are going to go very, very quick.
Well, they are indeed. It's just, I know it's just a real quick presentation for you, but remember, it is still free shipping, still that 30-day return policy, $39.98, interest-free payments, 701-796. Gotta tell you, it's a cute coin. One of the things, because we obviously learn a lot from Mike, but it's a little bit of a history lesson. But so often I'm seeing more and more, whether it's here in America or overseas, coins are becoming almost like little miniature art pieces. Have you noticed that? Where the
mints, the mints around the world have done that for a long time, like the China mint right here. The U.S. Mint is catching up.
Yes.
Interestingly enough, while we're a world leader in a lot of things, coins aren't one of them.
Yeah.
Okay, we've lagged behind the entire world in coins. We are catching up, and in American fashion, catching up very quickly.
For sure.
Okay, so like this year, we'll see the first colorized coin ever done by the United States Mint. They're collaborating with other mints around the world to help make that coin. The basketball commemorative coin will be the first colorized coin. They're doing the colorized in the $1 silver and in the 50 cent.
Okay.
We're going to be doing some very special things with that basketball coin. Looking for that. I think we will launch that March 29th, I believe, somewhere right around in there. The official launch is going to be, I think, April the 4th. Is the official at a big event, NBA event, is what they're going to do with that. Yeah, so very cool, honoring the Hall of Fame. But you know, this is kind of one of the leaders. That's why it's been around for, you know, this has been around for 40 years now. 42 years is really what this is. And once again, they change the design every single solitary year. Always popular, always collectible, always desirable. Unfortunately, like I said, I sold 12,299 American Silver Eagles. I have 389 of the Chinese pandas.
That's it. Oh,
okay, how many?
There you go.
346. Okay, so there's 50 gone just like that. And then what happens is they get really popular on hsn.com. These just kind of slide right on out the door is what they are. Because everybody that's been collecting the panda since 82 or 2002 or 2005, whenever you started collecting, you want to get the fact that the design changes every year. That's a big thing. Yeah. The other cool thing is China's interesting, and they released the 2020 late in 2019.
Okay.
So now you actually have, there's the 2020 date. And it's as cool looking as we'd hoped. You know, like you said, that end of the decade, that repeating date and digit that you're going to have right there. That, like I said, you have people that are not panda fans, not coin fans, nothing else, but numerologists that'll be collecting that. Those will be, those will be important in that regard. I'm sure there'll be people who consider them to be good luck, and all of those other things combined within that, very, very important.
Allison, can you Google this? 2020 is what? The year of the what?
I don't know.
Dog? Rat? Is it the rat?
It's the year of the rat. Thank you very much.
I almost guessed that.
Good job.
I did. I'm a horse.
Very good. Oh, really? I don't know what I am.
Of course. You're the king of coins.
Yeah,
you don't need to know.
I'm probably
You're above it all.
The year of the guinea pig or something. I don't know.
There you go. The year of the hamster.
Yeah, the year of the hamster. That's right.
All right. Well, regardless, it's here not for a lot of you, but we do have it, of course, with that free shipping and that flex pay. 701-796. Remember that red oak presentation box, that alone. Well, that's, you know, just a little skosh under a flex pay, but $25 customer pick on its own on hsn.com. So grab yours if you can. In fact, I spy out of the corner of my eye, Lori Leland was in the corner. She's going to be coming up with that last airing of that Ring Today's special along with Adam, so stick around. Then the Beekman boys are here at 12 midnight. But when all that happens, the flex pays, I should say the free shipping on all, I've never done a show with Mike where everything is on a free shipping.
And flex pay.
And flex pay. So this is a historic event for sure. Speaking of history in the making, the big green box.
The big green box.
The big green box.
People always ask me, well, why do you have this little thing right here?
Yeah.
Well, this is how Silver Eagles come to us.
Right.
By the pallet. There's 500 coins in here. It's the only way you can buy Mint State American Silver Eagles. They don't sell them to the public. They send them like this to the authorized purchasers, and then they have white bands that seal them, as you can see on the coin itself. And so then you open this up just like that. And I don't even know what I have. Oh, I have the rolls that are in there.
Oh, wow.
They're kind of jammed in there. There we go. And then there's 25 rolls in there. Each one of those has 25 coins in it, as you can see right there. And that is how an American Silver Eagle box comes to you.
Neat.
So there's 25 rolls of 20 in there with the United States Mint seal. They put this right in there, and then that goes right on top, and that's how we get it. So that's why we did the box, and that's why we did the green ring.
Very cool.
Nobody else can do the green ring. I'm the only one that can do the green ring. So we do this exclusively, and that's one of the things that we've done. Like I said, we try to do exclusive products, whether it be with Annex, whether it be with NGC, whether it be with PCGS. The Annex coins, like I said, our first day of issue, completely and totally sold out. Okay? Completely and totally sold out of the first day of issue, $12,299 on the TS day. And then we had, we haven't done any other issues with that. NGCs, we did on New Year's Eve edition, I think we did about 4,000 coins. On the Flag Corps, I think we've done another 2,000 coins. We got the congratulations and all the proof Silver Eagles. I've done no PCGS. As promised, PCGS. And the key to this is I do everything in my power, even though I'm doing absolutely exclusive products, still the red oak presentation box. What I try to do is always match the price.
Yeah, you did.
I try to always match the price. So, you know, the Flag Corps NGC, $99. PCGS, Green Corps, $99 that you're going to have. And so the way they did the core is PCGS holds their coins a little differently. In NGC, the holder's a little fatter, and they have a plastic piece that goes in there that holds the coin. For PCGS, they're really made to the almost exact size of the coin, and then they just have this little ring right here that holds the coin. And so that's why we couldn't do the whole thing in green, but what holds the coin, we can do that in green. And we picked that because these boxes from the United States Mint are always green. So we call them green monster boxes, okay? Now the interesting thing is the gold ones are all red.
Oh.
Okay, so the box of gold coins is red.
Gotcha.
500 ounces in each box.
Oh, wow.
So 500 ounces of silver. Now imagine the gold one. So a red box of this is like $1 million. Oh,
jeez.
Okay? So that's 500 ounces of gold. This is 500 ounces of silver. And then when they do the oversized 5-ounce silver coins, those boxes are blue. Okay, so there's a color-coded system to the whole thing, if you will. So the Silver Eagles are always green in the 1-ounce Silver Eagles, and so that's why we did this. So it's PCGS. Now, enough of the boxes and the golds and the things and all that. Let's get to the meat of this, which is in 2021, the United States government has decided they are changing the American Silver Eagle. I say that with a great degree of seriousness. You have to understand that the United States government doesn't change designs of coins.
No, they don't.
They are loath to change the designs of coins. So much so that the American Silver Eagle, I've been selling this on the air for 30 years, okay? 30 years I've been selling this coin. In my lifetime, and in that time, they have never changed the design of the American Silver Eagle, not at all. Not at all. Completely and totally remained the same from the very beginning. This is it. This is the end of the era. In 2021, there will be a complete and total redesign of the American on the reverse. They're going to slightly change the obverse to add anti-counterfeiting devices. It'll be functionally the same design, which first appeared on a United States coin, by the way, in 1917. Okay. Adolph A. Wyman designed this coin, and it first appeared on the Walking Liberty $50 in 1917. So you have that to start with, and then we're changing. John Mercanti did the reverse. I have no idea what they're going to do, but they're changing that in 2021. That is important. They've never changed it. And then by law, they can't change it again for 25 years. So they can't change it again. So this will be the only change of the Silver Eagle in my lifetime, is ultimately what it comes to. They've never changed the Roosevelt dime. In my lifetime, it's been exactly the same. The Kennedy $50, in my lifetime, it has been exactly the same.
Right.
For all of my life, it's changed. The Lincoln penny, well, they've changed that once. In my life, they've changed it one time. That is just absolutely incredible.
It is indeed. But I do want to remind you again, especially because I know it's an education process anytime you watch Mike, especially when we're looking at any of these 2020 issue. You can't make a bad decision. I mean, you really can't, especially since he's held the price for you at that $99.95, especially since you're getting that free shipping, the 30-day return policy, the $33.32 on FlexPay. That's why we're seeing a lot of these collectors and first-time collectors not only selecting them, but getting more than one. So just keep that in perspective.
Well, and everybody, you have to understand what people want. They collect the different, some people collect PCGS, some people collect NGC. Like I said, this is exclusive to us with the green core. We've got the special Monster Box label right in here. As you can see, direct from United States, mint sealed boxes, only $99.95. Now, what we're going to do here in the last minute, bring back what is, I think, quite literally the most popular item in the show. We got all the Silver Eagle stuff, and this has been it.
I know. So what, we sold how many?
I think 1,000, haven't we? Haven't we sold 1,000 of these just by accident? Is ultimately what it comes down to. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to kind of go ahead and grab these right here, just like this. I'm going to take these. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this on the fly. Okay. I'm going to do this and this and this and that. Okay. So what we've got here is an original United States 1921 Morgan silver dollar, an original United States government 1922 peace dollar at $50 off. Okay, at $50 off. So less than $49.95 per coin, or $49.99 per coin. Nationally advertised catalog, this coin $113, this coin $99. I insist you take them both for $99.95. I want you to look at this, and I pulled this coin right here. This is a 1921 Morgan silver dollar. This coin is 100 years old. You look at that coin, it is truly, utterly, incredibly, and understand this is silver. This is silver. Look at that coin. It looks like it was made yesterday. It's 100 years old. It's the very last Morgan silver dollar ever made by the United States Mint. Both of these coins are original uncirculated condition. That is the Morgan silver dollar. That is the reverse of the peace dollar that you're going to have right there. And people always say in the peace dollars, "In God we trust." Oh, it has an error. It's a V instead of a U. If you remember your history, if you remember, the motto for World War I was V for victory. So they did that to end World War II. We have limited, or World War I, limited quantity on this. I think we started with 15 or 1,600.
Like
and 1438, thank you very much. We started with 1,438. This is crazy. So we've sold 800 of these. So I want you to go back, and here's the thing. So this is 100 years old. Next year will be the 100th anniversary. The United States Mint has already announced that they will be doing a special Morgan silver. They are redoing the Morgan silver dollar. If they can get the authorizing legislation, they will do it in silver. If not, they're allowed to do anything they want in gold, platinum, or palladium. So they will absolutely do it in gold or platinum or palladium or all three or a mix. Who knows? They're going to do something in 2021. So what is happening is dealers, including myself, are already basically stashing these. We're putting them away. We know that. That's right. Preemptively collecting them.
Yeah.
I like that. For next year, because we know it's going to be absolutely, truly monstrous when we have the 100th anniversary of the Morgan silver dollar. It's truly spectacular. And then after that, we in essence have the 100th anniversary. Now, they did do a 1921 peace dollar, but it's more considered a commemorative.
Right.
The 1922 is the first year of issue of the regular American peace dollar. And so the same thing's going to happen with the peace dollar. We have maybe 400 left with the 200 plus people we have on the phone. I'm assuming they all are getting those. So here's what you have: a minute and a half there.
Yeah, now here's what's interesting. That limited quantity banner that you see on your screen, we call that a tool, a broadcast tool. That was not up when we aired this earlier.
No, because we had 1,400.
Right. So if that puts it in perspective for you, this became a limited sellout edition or quantity in this hour. In this hour. Not over the course of sales of 2 days, not even over the course of 24 hours. In the last hour, the quantity became such that we could use that limited quantity banner. If that tells you anything, I would grab it and I would do it now.
And two things in the last minute here. We only have a minute here. Is remember, these coins are not reprinted, restruck, or redone in any way, shape, or form. These are 100% original. So this is just the way that this was made in 1921 and this one in 1922. Keep in mind the vast majority of these have been melted down and destroyed over the course of the years. Keep in mind that these are solid silver. They're not pure silver, they're solid silver, 9005. So they are pure silver as well. There was a time not that long ago where these coins melted for $99.95. It is a great opportunity for you to be able to get these and get them for almost no numismatic value, $50 off. Great opportunity.
I mean, melt value practically pays for the purchase. Free shipping for this show only until 12 midnight, and I can promise you, last airing, certainly last airing in prime time. If you see this ever again, I would be shocked and surprised.
Well, I'll see it. We'll have it at 149.
Yeah, well, there you go. All right, so you had, what, 10 days off, I guess?
Yeah, 14. 14.
Okay, sounds good.
No time off. I got to go find some coins.
You do. Yeah, go on that treasure hunt, that coin collecting treasure hunt.
Right, the Great American Treasure Hunt.
I know. Mike, thank you as always. Great to have you here. So Adam is coming up with Lori. Last look at your ring today's special. I will see you tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Sans blue light blocking glasses, because I'll be with the Beekmans in the meantime.